elegant solution, 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 elegant.
Break it to the next step in the gaming evolution. Nintendo's gonna turn up in this gaming revolution. Haters think I'm local, getting sent to institutions. A pack of German products got some elephant pollution.
Elephant pollution, elephant pollution, elephant pollution, elephant pollution, elephant.
Gaming would be dead without their many contributions. Nintendo is the best except no other substitutions. Explaining would detain you with some powerful confusion. Better watch the dripping of that pelican diffusion.
Pelican diffusion, pelican diffusion, pelican diffusion, pelican diffusion, pelican.
No one can compete with their amazing executions. Nintendo power punches leaving haters with contusions. Try to mess with Pikachu, you'll get electrocutions. Hit you with the spitball, then I disappear illusion.
Elegant solution, 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 elegant.
What's going on, peeps? Welcome to the very first ever Cabana podcast. Yeah, finally I get to do another podcast, man. I've done so many podcasts in the past, but I've never done one in Nerdy Cabana. And that's because, of course, Nerdy Cabana is a new channel. And it's awesome that I finally get to do this. And before I jump into action, I know that you may be questioning yourself, what's up with the song at the beginning of the podcast? Well, let me tell you about that. The person who sang that song, his name is Coloco, and he is a YouTuber, and he also has a Twitter account. He is amazing. He's like one of the most underrated YouTubers out there, dude. This dude needs to have thousands and thousands of followers. He puts a lot of effort, a lot of his time, a lot of sweat, a lot of well, I don't know if he puts a lot of tears, but you know, at least he puts a lot of time and a lot of effort, man. He's such a creative genius, and he's become one of my favorite smaller YouTubers. You guys need to check this guy out. Basically what he does is that he parodies what's going on in the gaming industry, mostly Nintendo. He's a Nintendo fan as well. And basically in the Elegant Solution video, he was just making fun of Reggie, saying that the online app for the Nintendo, you know, that we can use on the Nintendo Switch or whatever, that it was an elegant solution for players. Of course, that's not true. That's not a very elegant solution. But he parodies that, and oh my god, it's so amazing, guys. Coloco, you have caused me brain damage. I cannot get that song out of my head, bro. I can't. You've damaged me. You've cursed me. Every time that I have a chance to think, the first thing that comes to my head is that song. And if you don't see me singing it, you'll probably see my lips being elegant. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Go and check out Coloco. Like I said, I'm gonna put his information in the description below. Check him out. Awesome stuff. Another thing that I want to do, guys, I am more than humbled, dude. Let me just say this. I am more than humbled because of all the support that I'm getting, dude, on Nerdy Cabana. I am more than humbled. Right now, as I'm recording this, we are at 47 subscribers. I know what some of you may say. That's not a large number. And it's not. Technically, it's not. There's people that have millions and millions of subscribers. But you know what? That's not what I'm trying to do, really. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm striving for that. But that I know that in order to get there, it's almost... It's so hard. It's so impossible that I'm not even, my mindset tells me, you know, pretty much tells me that the likelihood of that is barely any. It's probably not gonna happen. But you know what? I'm doing what I love, guys. I'm doing what I love. What I love is filming. What I love is doing podcasts. what I love is having a community that I can actually interact with. That's why I've created Nerdy Cabana. That's why I'm doing this podcast right here. We want to be as interactive right here in the channel as we can. And I know that some of you guys may say, well, I mean, live streams are more interactive. Give me a break, bro. Give me a break. I know that some of you may be thinking that, and eventually that's going to come. But let me figure a couple of things out first, and then we can do live streamings. But for now, let's just do podcast, okay? While I figure out the streaming and all that and all that, okay? Anyways, now that I got that out of the way, again, before I jump into anything, I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I cannot say thank you enough. I really can't. Thank you so much. But we have a very good episode today. We do. It's the first podcast, so a lot of you guys may be saying, well, it's the first podcast, so there's maybe not a lot of things to talk about. Wrong. You are wrong. There's plenty to talk about. And this podcast, I would like it to be more of an introduction to myself as a gamer. Okay. I know that you saw the thumbnail, and yes, I was a Nintendo hater. Please don't get your pitchforks ready. Don't do that. Okay. I will tell you the whole story of why I became a Nintendo hater, but I will also give you the story of how I became a gamer so you can understand where I'm coming from, okay? I didn't become a Nintendo hater just because I wanted to become. I felt a certain way and things happen, okay? But now things have changed and I've moved on from that. So before we jump into that story, you guys can go ahead and start getting your stuff. Your food, your popcorn, your beer, your sodas, whatever you do, while I make another announcement in order for you to get ready when I'm ready to, whenever I'm ready to tell you the story. Anyways, another announcement that I want to make, guys. Here in the Nerdy Cabana, because we're trying to be as interactive as possible, because we're trying to be there for every single nerd that we can, because we want to support the nerd community, the Nintendo Switch community. We are going to have, every month, I'm going to be able to pick a Cabana member of the month. Yes, guys, that's right. We are going to have Cabana members of the month. You know what that means? Well, that means that certain person that is picked to be the Cabana member of the month is going to get some perks. What are those perks gonna be? Well, one of them is I'm going to find you on social media, or you can contact me on social media. The best way to contact me is on Twitter. My Twitter is going to be right in the screen of this video right here. And you can contact me through there. You can message me through there. You can follow me. And I'm going to put your personal Twitter, your name and your personal Twitter or whatever social media you have. I'm going to put it in the screen of every podcast that I make in order for people to find you and say, hey, isn't that the Cabana member of the month? Yo, congratulations, brother. Oh man, you must be feeling awesome, right? You must be light, right? You know, all that good stuff. Or, hey, so you can get potential followers, right? We're here to help each other, guys, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create an interactive community here, and you guys are doing a great job, you know, right now with Nerdy Cabana. So that's one thing. Another thing. You want to guess what the other thing is? You will officially be invited to be in a podcast of the Nerdy Cabana. Yes, you are also going to be invited to come in an episode of the Nerdy Cabana podcast. It will have to be the same month that you became a Cabana member of the month, though. So you need, like I said, this is about communication and interaction, guys. So the best way to find me is on Twitter. But that's not it. That is not it. That is not it. Because there's one last thing. There's one last thing another perk that you're gonna have, okay, for being the Cabana member of the month, and that is, are you ready? Are you ready? Ray Cabana himself, okay, will pay you a box of your favorite pizza. So whenever you come here to the podcast, you can be enjoying yourself eating a delicious pizza while you and I nerd out. How's that? How is that, man? Pizza. Everybody loves pizza. Drinking some delicious juice on the official Ninja mug. Are you a ninja? Are you a Player Essence ninja, guys? I know I am, and I'm proud. I'm proud. Definitely great cup. Great cup. I mean, mug. Sorry about that. Anyways, guys. Yes, those are the perks. So your name gets to be in every single podcast that I upload for the month. You're invited to come to the Cabana podcast, and I will also pay for pizza for you, dude. I mean, can you get anything better? I mean, I guess you could get $1 million, right? But I don't have $1 million, so I guess we're kind of screwed. If I had billions, if I had the money that the president has, I would give you $1 million, but I don't. So I'm a broke ass, guys. Unfortunately, I am a broke ass. I mean, I have my business and everything, but I mean, things build up, and you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Anyways, guys. Let's stop talking about that. You already know the Cabana member of the month, and guess what? We are going to pick the Cabana member of the month here tonight. You want me to do that? You want me to do that? Yeah, boy, we are going to do that. Right here, if you're watching the podcast, right here you're seeing a Ziploc bag, and I have all of you guys' names right here. Okay? I have all of your names right here in this bag, okay? Pretty cool. So, I'm going to pick it by the end of the podcast, okay? Not now, by the end. So stay tuned. Who's gonna be the Cabana member of the month? Anyways, guys. So let's talk about my history as a gamer, okay? Let's talk about why I became a Nintendo hater. Let's talk about that, okay? Well, first off, I have to give you a history on how I became a gamer. I have to do it, okay? And then you will see why I became a Nintendo hater. My reasons may be stupid, but, it happened, guys. I swear I matured, okay? I swear I matured, and things have changed a lot. So, let's go. I think it was probably, I don't know what year it was, but the first time I played a game, I was very young. And I remember that day, I remember that Sunday when I was in church. One of my friends, Juan, he approached me and he told me, "Hey." I was like, "What?" "You want to go to my house and play some video games?" And I said, "No, I don't want to play any video games, dude." I swear, that was my response to him. I don't want to play any games. I feel that the reason why any kid would say yes, but I said no. And I think the main reason why I said no is because the only exposure I had for video games, honestly, was just those crappy Tiger games. Dude, I had a SWAT Cats Tiger game. That was the only gaming little crap system that I had. It was a SWAT Cats Tiger game. And I remember all the times, all the frustrations, all the batteries that my mom had to buy in order for me to try to finish that damn game. And I could never do it. I never did it. Hell, if you give me that game right now, I probably won't even finish it either. It was an unfair game, but Tiger games are trash anyway. So they're not even supposed to be like real full-fledged games, you know, or anything like that, like a full gaming experience. No, they're supposed to entertain children, I guess, somehow, some way, but I don't know how. It just frustrated the heck out of me. So when my friend Juan told me that, I said, heck no, I don't want to go to your house. I was expecting to play more Tiger games. I didn't want to be tortured. Another thing is, I just didn't want to go to his house. I just wanted to get out of church and go home, eat, and just be chill, okay? Be chill. Anyways, so he kept telling me, he kept asking me, yo, do you want to go home? Like, do you want to go to my house? You should go to my house. I said, yo, no, I don't want to go to your house. I don't. I really don't. But we have some. But I have some great games. Come on, man. I was like, what games do you have? And he said, I have a ninja game. I was like, well, I have to admit, ninjas are cool. I also have Super Mario Brothers. And I said, okay, that sounds like an old man game. Super Mario? What the heck is that? That sounds like a game where I use an old man named Mario and then I have to do house chores and stuff. And he said, no, it's not like that. You kill turtles, you also fly. And the first thing that I picture in my head was a fat old man flying somehow in underwear. I don't know why I thought of that, but that's the first thing that came to my head. And oh my God, dude. He told me, yo, let's go. So he finally convinced me. And I told him, okay, well, I'm going to go, but only if we play the ninja game. And he told me, come on, Mario is good. And I said, no, I want to play the ninja game. Ninja is badass. Ninjas are badasses, dude. Look at here. Even I'm a ninja right now. I have the Player Essence cup mug right here, drinking some delicious juice. I'm a ninja. I'm a full-fledged ninja, damn it. No, I don't want to play any ninja games. I'm sorry. I don't want to play any Mario games. That's what I said. And he said, okay, we'll just go and play the ninja game. We finally got to his house. That was the first time when I got to his house. He told me, so this is my system over here. And I was like, what's that? It was the NES. And he said, well, this is the system where you play games. I said, oh really? He showed me the Ninja cartridge, the Ninja game cartridge. The reason why I keep saying the Ninja game, the Ninja cartridge and all that, it's because I don't really know what game it was. It may have been Ninja Gaiden. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Ninja Gaiden or not. It was a ninja game. And I know that, and I saw when he opened the NES, he put the game in there. And I told myself right at that moment, yo, that's a VCR. That's a VCR. Where you put video cassettes. And he told me, no, this is a gaming system. What is it called? It's called the Nintendo. And I said, oh, the Nintendo VCR, right? Oh my God. That's so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. No, and those of you, listen, if you are laughing at that, you should feel ashamed of yourself. You're laughing at a little kid that had never seen a gaming system before, thinking that it was a VCR, okay? So, listen, shame on you if you're laughing at it right now. The Nintendo VCR. That's how I used to call it, and that's how I knew it. And I was just a kid. So, please don't be so mean. You know, I was a kid. Anyways, he passed me the controller. Play the ninja game. I said, okay, let's play. I started playing, and I remember that I kept dying. I kept dying in that game, okay? I got so frustrated at that game that I told him, listen, I don't want to play anymore because I just keep dying and dying and dying. It is a hard game. So that really makes me think that it was Ninja Gaiden after all, because I mean, unless there's other hard ninja games out there, I don't know. But anyways, that was the frustrating part of it, that I grabbed the controller and I kept dying. So he said, if you play Super Mario, I'm pretty sure that you are going to have a lot of fun. I said, let me see that Super Mario game. So he handed me the cartridge, and it was Super Mario Brothers 3. So when I saw the image of Mario, of Tanuki, of Raccoon Mario flying, I said, you know, this is definitely something, I didn't expect it to look like this. So maybe we should try it. Yeah, let's play some Mario. He put in Mario 3. And I instantly fell in love with video games. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the hobby. I remember that same day that my mother went to pick me up, and I kept telling her, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home, because I got so obsessed with Super Mario Brothers 3. So technically, yes, my game was that ninja game, but I don't even count that as my first game, because in reality, I don't even remember what game it was. Like I said, it could have been Ninja Gaiden, but it could have been other game. I don't even have much memory of that game. I just knew that I died a lot. But Mario, I played a ton of Mario 3. I played all the afternoon until night, until my mom went to go and pick me up. So it was the greatest experience ever for me, and I loved it. And I kept telling my mom, listen, I want a Nintendo VCR. And she told me, a Nintendo what? A Nintendo VCR. That's where you play games. Well, VCR is where you actually have movies. No, Nintendo, it's called a Nintendo for a reason. It's because you play games. That's the name of the video game consoles, Nintendos. That's what I thought, guys. That's what I thought. I was a kid, okay? And that's what I thought. They're called the Nintendos. Every single game machine that you play, it's called a Nintendo. That's what I thought. Oh my God, I was so ignorant. No, I was not dumb, but I was a kid. So there you go. So my mom told me the things that an usual parent would tell a child. Well, you want that game? Well, do well in school and get good grades. I said, you want me to do that? Okay, I'll do it. So I got good grades. I did everything she told me to. And one day I saw her coming through the entrance door of where we used to live, and I see her with a box. Guess what that box had? The Nintendo VCR? No. It had the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. When I saw that, what do you think my reaction was? A lot of you may think that my reaction was probably, whoa, right? No. My dumbass told my mom, this is not the same system I played. This is not the same system I played. This is not the Nintendo VCR. And my mom told me, no, but it's a Super Nintendo. I said, still, it's not the same. Oh my God. I said that. I said, it's not the same. It looks bad. It doesn't look good. It doesn't have Mario. That's what I said. And the SNES that she got me was the Killer Instinct bundle. And oh my God, that was the only game that I had. when I played Killer Instinct, I did enjoy it. Although I sucked so bad at it that I used to get my butt kicked. Heck, even my mom would play with me sometimes and kick my butt all the time. So it was insane, dude. And when finally I went to another friend's house. His name was Raphael, and his mother handed me a bag of Super Nintendo games, and she told me, "You want them? You can have them." Raphael is grounded, and he's not going, and we're gonna sell all his games and his Super Nintendo or whatever. That bag of games, when I opened it, it had games like Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and all these other SNES classics in there, dude. This guy had all the first-party games, all the first-party classics he had. And I didn't care about anything else but Mario, okay? That's all I care about. So I was like, oh my God, Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars? I just threw the rest of the bag everywhere else. And I said, oh my God, oh my God. Played the living heck out of Mario World. And then I started trying out other games like Zelda: A Link to the Past. Zelda: A Link to the Past, I received my first shocker in video games. You want to know why? I received my first shocker when I was playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, because at the beginning of the game it's raining, and then when you save Princess Zelda and you come out of the sanctuary, it's not raining anymore and it's daytime. Yeah, I was a pretty silly kid. Yeah, that impressed the heck out of me. I said, whoa, it stopped raining? Now it's daytime? How did that transition happen? That blew my mind. It's when you think about it, it's unbelievable how much games have evolved, man. Then in Ocarina of Time, you just had a regular daytime, nighttime, and all of that. And back then, when I had my Super Nintendo, the fact that you would save Zelda and come out of the sanctuary and it was already daytime, and at the beginning of the day, the beginning of the game, it was raining. Dude, that really blew my mind back then. That really blew my mind. It's insane. It's insane how much gaming has changed. But, you know, that's what it was. I had a lot of fun with it. I had a bunch of other Super Nintendo games. If you look at my collection is not insane, but I have a pretty good collection of Super Nintendo games. Nowhere near as some people do that you see on YouTube, though. There's a lot of people on YouTube that have an insane collection that I just don't even understand how they could do it. My respects to them. My collection is healthy, but it's nowhere near that. I also have a pretty good Sega Genesis collection, but it's a little weaker than the Super Nintendo. I played Sega Genesis after the Super Nintendo, so it was very hard for me to get into the Sega Genesis. Very, very hard. Especially because I always thought that the sound in the Sega Genesis sucked. That's the way I saw it. I don't mean to like throw any shots at Sega or anything like that. No, I enjoyed the console, but for some reason, the sound in the Sega Genesis versus the Super Nintendo, it was just so the differences were so evident that I just didn't really like it as much. But I did have my fun with all the Sonic games, and with a bunch of games that I also have on the Sega Genesis. Then the Nintendo 64 comes by. We're talking about Nintendo. I started talking about Sega, but no, our focus is Nintendo. So the Nintendo 64 finally gets announced, and one of my friends buys it. And he had Super Mario 64. When I played Super Mario 64, I was blown away by how beautiful that game was. I was blown away by how the power that the Nintendo 64 had. I even remember calling it, I even remember seeing those characters like Link and Mario and everybody else, seeing them almost as real as humans. My God, when I go back now and I look at them, they just, whoa. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was revolutionary. It was revolutionary, and I had not seen that before. I know that there were some other companies, video game companies, that were trying to do the 64-bit before the Nintendo 64. But I feel like the Nintendo 64 perfected a lot of things. I feel like the Nintendo 64 did the best 3D games, you know, when it comes to platformers. Hell, Zelda Ocarina of Time is one of the highest rated games in the history of gaming, and it deserves it very well. At the time when I played it, I could not let the controller down. It was so great, you know. It was a great experience. With the Nintendo 64, I didn't own an NES until much later, and I enjoyed the heck out of my Super Nintendo. But the Nintendo 64, it wasn't a bad system. The problem is that it didn't have too many games, but I still enjoyed the games that I got for it. I remember that the first game that it was given to me when I finally got a Nintendo 64 was FIFA 97. I don't remember which one it was. It was FIFA. I forgot the year. But it was a FIFA game, and even I enjoyed that. And I'm not a fan of sports game by any mean, but I even enjoyed that because to me it was just so revolutionary, you know? But yeah, it was great stuff. I enjoyed the Nintendo 64. It just didn't have too many games, but I didn't pay any mind on it. Then the Nintendo GameCube comes by, and I buy the Nintendo GameCube even before a PS4, even before owning a PS4. And I got it with 2 games. I remember it was a Christmas present. And I got it with WrestleMania 18, WWE WrestleMania 18. Yes, I was a big WWE fan. And I also got a Super Mario Sunshine. I liked WrestleMania 18 for what it was. I liked Super Mario Sunshine. I just didn't like it as much as, let's say, Super Mario 64 or anything like that. You know, then of course I bought me PlayStation 2. I had a lot of fun with that. But then Super Smash Brothers, I had the chance to buy Super Smash Brothers Melee. And that's when I never put the GameCube controller down. Super Smash Brothers Melee blew my mind because I owned the original Super Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64. I remember when it was going to launch. I didn't buy it at launch, but I did buy it when pretty close to launch, to its launch date. And let me tell you, it was great. I loved it. And Melee, oh my God, I put so many hours into that game. It was insane, and it was amazing. I played other games also. I played Star Fox Adventures, which I think is a good game. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's an okay game. I don't think it's a bad game. You know, the Pokemon games that came out in there, Coliseum, was it Coliseum? I don't remember the names of them. I know one of them had the Shadow Lugia on it. I don't remember the games. I don't remember the name of the Pokemon games. I know I played them and I enjoyed them. Yes, I know they're not the best Pokemon games ever, but yeah, I still enjoy them. And, you know, I enjoy the Nintendo GameCube. A lot of people say Nintendo GameCube is trash, but I don't think it's trash. I think it had great games. Luigi's Mansion was an amazing game as well that I own. And just plenty of other games. It had third parties. It's just that it didn't have everybody on board because of the strategies that Nintendo was using with the actual infrastructure of the console. But it was still a good console in my eyes. Then we have the Wii. This is when I this is when I started losing faith on Nintendo. Okay, because the Wii seemed like a pretty cool product. Every time I saw the commercials, the hype behind it, it seemed cool to me. But when I finally got to play Wii Sports, it was and I saw that I could do this with a racket and my just move the controller just like this, and my player, my character, my me character would automatically, swing. That's all I had to do in order for my character to swing. Just move it anywhere, however I want it. I got disappointed because I felt that what Nintendo was trying to sell was not really. It wasn't really. How would you say that? It seemed good, based on the commercials. It seemed good on paper, but I guess the results of it were not very good, and I didn't enjoy that. Now I know they better everything up with the Wii Motion Plus, which I got it when Skyward Sword released. And I mean, I have no complaints on it. I think it was great. I love Skyward Sword, and I love a lot of Wii games as well. But I don't know. I feel like when it comes to like third parties, the Wii got really bad, the worst versions. And I mean, it's understandable. The Wii was not nowhere near as powerful as the Xbox 360 or PS3. So a lot of the games suffered. And even if the games didn't suffer, developers didn't put a lot of effort in a lot of them. So they were just shovelware. So the only games that I could play on the Wii that I enjoyed were the Mario Galaxy games, which are classics. Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is another classic. Zelda Skyward Sword, which is another classic. And mainly Nintendo first-party games, because they know their technology and they know how to work around them. So, I don't know. The Wii was a disappointment. So then the Wii U gets announced. And I like what the Wii U was doing. The Wii disappointed me, but I liked what the Wii U was doing when it comes to like gaming. They upgraded the graphics. They didn't look anymore like GameCube games like the Wii did. They updated the graphics. They made HD games. And I know that gaming is not about graphics or anything like that, but I don't know. The Wii, if you go back and you play a Wii game, it doesn't look pretty. It really doesn't. I feel like it hasn't really aged very well. Hell, I even consider that I don't want to get any hate for this, but I do think that some GameCube games even look better, slightly better in certain ways. But anyways, that's just my opinion. Anyways, the Wii U, I like where the Wii U was going. I didn't hate the Wii U. I hated what Nintendo was doing with the Wii U. I think the Wii U was a good console. It was just poorly. Well, first off, the name. The name was the main thing. Then there's a lot of people that didn't even know that the Wii U was a different platform from the Nintendo Wii. A lot of people actually thought that the Wii U was just an accessory for the Nintendo Wii. Well, I remember seeing the E3 when they finally revealed it, and even I was confused at first. But because I'm a gamer and I inform myself and I go to websites and I try to inform myself as much as I can, I knew it wasn't. But the general consumer, I'm pretty sure that they were confused as hell. So I started questioning. So as positive as I was trying to be, it seemed like Nintendo they just didn't know how to handle it, in my opinion. And I became a hater. They made me become a hater, you know, of the Nintendo brand, which is something that I really don't like, because I don't like to hate on anything. Yes, there's a lot of things that I've complained about in the past. There's a lot of people that I call out every now and then. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's always a reason why I do that. And I feel that the reason why of me becoming a Nintendo hater is because Nintendo wasn't putting a lot of effort on a console that had really great potential. It just needed to have a different name. It just needed to be marketed well, and they needed to get rid of that gamepad. Or I don't know, if they were planning another gimmick, just throw it in there. I don't know. But like throw it in there and change the tablet. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, that really made me hate Nintendo. Then fast forward, we finally I remember that Iwata in a meeting said that they were doing Nintendo's next console, which was code NX. And I had no faith for it. I was like, okay, Iwata, that's fine. May his soul rest in peace, by the way. It's okay, Iwata. Whatever. That's what I said at the time. And I kept hearing about how the Nintendo NX was going to be, rumors and stuff like that. I was not paying attention to absolutely anything. I wasn't paying attention at all. I remember that I got very angry though when I heard that. I don't remember what news outlet it was, but I remember that there was a news outlet that interviewed Reggie Fils-Aimé, and he said that they asked him something along the lines of, well, how is the Nintendo NX going to compete with the PlayStation, the Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4? And I remember Reggie saying, Nintendo is not about power, it's not about anything like that. And when he said that, I swear to God, I lost my shit. I don't mean to cuss that much in here, I really don't, but I lost it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Did they not learn their lesson? Oh my God. And I just became even more angry because of that, because it felt like Nintendo didn't learn anything. And let me tell you, and it was hard, man. It was hard. It was hard to believe in them. And then finally, the Switch reveal, the one that it was on October, I believe, of 2000. Yeah, the one on October of 2016. I saw that, and when I saw that commercial, guess what my thoughts were? My thoughts were, that's it. It's a hybrid console, which is a cool thing, but it didn't look special. At least not to me. And I said, all right, all right, no problem. I guess we'll see what happens, right? But there was something about that commercial that I really liked, and that was the fact that I didn't see that everything was being targeted to kids, like the Wii or even the Wii U, or to the casual gamer. We saw people playing NBA 2K, and as far as I remember, we saw a very cool clip of Mario Odyssey when we still didn't know anything about it. We also saw players being competitive in Splatoon. It was great. That was the great thing about that commercial, about that reveal trailer. Fast forward to January. Yeah, January 2017, Nintendo had their press conference, and they finally revealed the Nintendo Switch. Again, they kind of reintroduced it again. And we saw the third parties that were gonna be there. We saw the Nintendo first parties that were gonna be there, and all of that jazz. And honestly, I felt more positive, but I still didn't know how to feel. But something was for sure, and that's that the console was going to be launching in the following 2 months. It released on March 3rd, 2017. For those of you who don't remember, so I said, "Whoa, that's pretty soon." But I don't know. I started following a lot of people online, dude. That's when I started following. That's when I finally discovered like people like Spawnwave, not Player Essence. I've known of Player Essence for a while. I knew, yeah. I even went a couple of times to OJ's website. Yep, yeah. I remember that. I also remember when Review Tech USA was being Review Tech USA and called OJ out on it, completely unfair as well. But yeah, that's when I started following a lot of people, because a lot of these guys like Spawnwave and such, they were getting opportunities to play the Nintendo Switch, and everything was very positive. People were talking very positive about the Nintendo Switch. A lot of the people that got their hands on it were being very positive about it. And I said, well, I mean, there's a lot of positivity going on. Is it possible that the Nintendo Switch is actually a good system? And March the 3rd came by. I didn't buy a Nintendo Switch, but my brother did. And when I saw it, when I saw this, I said, "Is that it? Is this the whole system?" And yeah, it is. It was the whole system. This was the Nintendo Switch. All you have to do in order for you to play on your TV, just put it on the dock, and you'll play on the TV. And it's so seamless. It really amazed me. And finally, when my brother, of course, got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, when I told him, let me play a little bit, and he told me, okay. So I played it on the TV, and it was a very good experience. Oh my God, Breath of the Wild is an amazing game. It's a great experience. But then he told me, you want to play handheld? And I said, yeah. So go and go undock it and play handheld and see how it works, how you like it. I undocked it, and let me tell you, dude, that's when I finally understood what the Nintendo Switch was about. I was doubtful. I doubted the Nintendo Switch because I didn't know what to expect from it. But when I finally held it, when I finally held the Nintendo Switch in my hands, that's when I said, I get it. I get what Nintendo is trying to do. And what they're trying to do is smart as hell. Okay? And from that point on, we've received a bunch of announcements, a bunch of games. And I'm here with you guys. Now, I'm a Nintendo Switch fan. I don't play anything else. I have a PS4. I swear to you, man. I have a PS4. Look. Oh, shoot. Look. Here's one of my Xbox One. Here's my favorite, actually, my favorite Xbox One controller. Here it is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's dusty, dude. It's dusty as hell. Okay? Let me see. Yeah, it's dusty as hell. Look, I also have a PS4. See? Here's my controller, my PS4 controller. But as I said, I don't play them because I'm busy the whole time and I barely get any chances of playing them. Not that I hate them. I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. I just don't have the time to play them. But that's how I became from a Nintendo hater to a Nintendo lover. Now I try to see things different when it comes to Nintendo, in the Nintendo Switch, because things have changed a whole lot. Things have really changed with the Nintendo Switch. The company has changed, and third parties are approaching more Nintendo because of the Nintendo Switch's success. So now I love Nintendo. Now I'm motivated to bring you guys content. Now I want to keep doing what I'm doing, and now I want to keep spreading my passion and create a community where we, all of us who like the Nintendo Switch, among other nerdy stuff like Wonder Woman or Harley Quinn or a bunch of the DC characters that I have back there and Dragon Ball Z characters that I have on top on the shelves, we can all get together and we can become one and become a powerful community where we all support each other and we nerd out. Anyways, guys, that's it for my story. It was long. We are in 15 minutes and 40 seconds in, and I have to end this podcast. We've been on air for a little bit, and I have other stuff I have to do. Unfortunately, I'm an adult. I gotta be responsible, so we're gonna leave it at that. But before I leave, don't you think that I forgot about the Cabana Member of the Month. Don't you think that I forgot about that. And I have them right here. Right here, my guys. Right here. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Cabana Member of the Month. Let's go through the perks again. The first one. Your name will be in the podcast. Every time I upload the podcast, you will see your name in there along with your Twitter account, Facebook account, whatever you have, okay? That's one thing. Second thing, you will be invited to be in the Nerdy Cabana podcast, okay? On an episode. You'll have to contact me through Twitter. That's the best place to contact me on. And we can definitely try to see how your schedule and my schedule work in order for you to be here on the show. And last but not least, you're gonna get some pizza off of me. I said some pizza out of Cabana. I said that the Cabana Member of the Month is gonna get a pizza. A pizza. I said that the Cabana Member of the Month will get a pizza, and that's the bottom line. You're going to get a pizza, okay? You're going to get a box of pizza so you can enjoy yourself while you and I nerd out in the podcast, okay? So, now that we've gone through the perks once more, let's go ahead and pick who's going to be the Cabana Member of the Month. So, I got everything right here. Let me just do this a little bit, just scramble them around, just so they're not in any particular order or whatever. All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to be the Cabana Member, whoever you are? Okay, let's go. I'm gonna close my eyes. I got a paper. I got it. Who is it? Chariot Man Gaming. My boy, Chariot Game. You became the very first Cabana Member of the Month. Get out of here, man. Yeah, Chariot Man Gaming right there. My writing is a little crappy. I don't know if you can see that. It's too bright. Yeah, unfortunately, my writing is not very good. Not that it's not very good. It's just kind of light, so it's hard to read. But there you go, Chariot Man Gaming, my boy. Chariot Man Gaming. You became the Cabana Member of the Month. So you get to come here. You get to come here and be at the Cabana podcast. Not only that, but you also will have pizza and your name will be right here, brother, in the podcast every time I upload a podcast, so people can see where to find you, how to follow you, and all that good stuff. It's about the community. It's about helping each other. And I feel like this is a great way to do it. All right, guys. So basically, we got our first Cabana member of the month. Stay tuned for the next video that I upload, as I will be revealing the winners of the Nintendo eShop cards. I didn't do it in this video because I said that it was going to be on the next video. And this is a podcast. This is not, well, this is a video, but you know, I was going to do the Cabana member of the month here, and definitely do everything else when it comes to like the eShop cards on the following video. So stay tuned though. Stay tuned. It is coming this week. It is coming this week. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for tuning in on the Cabana podcast. Thank you very much, everybody. Congratulations, Chariot Man Gaming. I will see you guys on the next one.